As you all know, Kody's nephew Ben has been reacting to sister wives on his TikTok, and now he's uploading those videos to YouTube as well. I think Ben has started season 2 at this point with his commentary. He is pumping out the content. What's really cool about Ben's commentary is he is reacting to the show, but he's also filling in a whole lot of context for viewers to give us a peek behind the curtain as to the why of it all, the motivations of especially Kody and the wives. Ben revealed this term. It's actually a term I've never heard before. Apparently, it's a psychology term. It's called future faking. This is something he experienced growing up, and holy cow, it matches up exactly with what Kody has put his family through for years, especially when it comes to Coyote Pass. We have a lot to talk about. Let's get into today's video. Hey everyone, what's up? It's Sarah and welcome back to my channel. The move to Flagstaff was a whole ass clusterfuck that made absolutely no sense. I have long said that the cul-de-sac situation in Vegas was the most ideal setup for the Brown family parents. We know from the kids, most of them loved living all together back in the Lehigh house, but the cul-de-sac seemed like a great way to meet in the middle. Each wife gets her own house, their own autonomy, the kids have instant access to each other, and Kody doesn't have to travel far to see all of his households. Also, realistically, the Browns couldn't stay in that Lehigh house and have Robyn living separately. Although everyone probably would have preferred that, a change needed to be made. I guess Vegas makes about as much sense as anywhere else. But the Flagstaff move was entirely unnecessary, and the net negative impact on the family far outweighed any positives that came from the move. I don't think Dayton wanted his mom to follow him to college any more than the OG3 and their households wanted to relocate yet again. But there were two problems for Kody in Vegas. The first was that his wives could easily keep tabs on his comings and goings. Christine no longer had any illusion that Kody could possibly be at Mary's or Janelle's when she could just look next door and see that he is in fact always at Robyn's. The other problem, and this is a big problem for Kody as his original marriages start to crumble, he has set up each wife with her own huge financial asset, a home in her name. To me, this actually looks like the fairest division of the assets that we've ever seen for this family. But for Kody, this was a big risk, and a risk he was not willing to take. A wife could easily leave him, sell her home, and set herself up independently. With that backstory, I want to take a look at what Ben had to say about this term, future faking.
It reminds me of when we were very little. Even now, my family still lives in these shitty trailers on the ranch compound in Wyoming, and tiny, just shit trailers with mold growing in the ceilings and the roof falling in. There's literally a hole in the floor of my mom's trailer right now. And for my entire childhood, we were future faked with the idea of someday we were going to get a house. Someday we were going to build a house and it was going to be a real house and it was going to be great. They are actually finally doing that now. They've been doing it for like 3 years. I think it's like a third of the way done. But when I left and I came out into the world and I got a job and then I got a mortgage, I was shocked at how easy it is to get a house. And then I was really fucking angry because we'd been intentionally kept in a shithole for my entire childhood because it was the righteous way. Because we couldn't, taint ourselves with the stink of Babylon.
Future faking. Whilst no one will ever accuse me of running an educational channel, maybe just for today, we all might learn something. Maybe you've heard of this before. I've never heard this term, and it seems like it's because I was fortunate to not grow up in an environment where someone employed this tactic on me. I recognize my privilege and that for that, I am very fortunate. According to psychcentral.com, future faking is when a person lies or promises something about your possible future in order to get what they want in the present. It could be as basic as promising that they will call you later and then never calling. Or it can be promising to go on a vacation with you and then never taking any steps to make that happen. Or even promising to marry you, carry you off into the sunset and living happily ever after, all in order to make you complacent and to control you in the present. In the hands of a skilled manipulator, future faking preys on your dreams and goals in order to fabulate a possible future so that they can string you along in the now. These promises are destined to be broken and can be seen as a form of over-promising and under-delivering. You guys, Kody Brown is the biggest future faker ever. Hello, Coyote Pass. Ben is describing his childhood and how pissed he was to learn once he got older just how easy it was to buy a house. Honestly, my initial reaction to that statement was, coming up with 20% down and having the means and the credit to qualify for a mortgage isn't actually all that easy, especially not in today's market. But if you compare it to like developing raw land, yeah, maybe it is actually easier. The whole concept of finding righteousness in the struggle literally led the Brown family to seek out living in squalor, according to Ben. In another TikTok, Ben talks about watching Kody and family visiting the Wyoming ranch, the ranch that he grew up on, and how there was obviously strategically shot angles because they never show the rundown trailers that most of Kody's family was living in. Ben is in his 30s now, and his family is just now starting to build the house that was promised to him as a child. If Kody had to do anything for the cul-de-sac homes beyond picking out paint, flooring, and wet bars, those 4 homes would have never come to fruition. Honestly, I am cackling at the thought of Kody presenting that mock-up for the one home on Coyote Pass, taking into consideration what Ben says here. You know Kody had absolutely no intention of following through on that idea. So what a total waste of money to even draw up those plans. Money that would have been way better spent on, I don't know, maybe Isabel's surgery? I'm just saying. Deep down inside, Christine was on to Kody's scam because she insisted on buying a home in Flagstaff. Mary and Janelle bought into Kody's future faking so much that they are now screwed out of a shit ton of money that they are owed. Kody can never make these women whole the way Christine was able to separate from him. And now Mary and Janelle's assets are tied up with family members that they no longer want to be associated with on land that they are never going to develop on. Future faking? More like future fucked. As always, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel. Check out my second channel, Sarah Spills. A link for that will be in the description of this video. Follow me on Instagram, Threads, and X at Reality Squad, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care. Have a good one. Much love.